Right, come close. I want to tell you something magical today. This story comes all the way from Lapland, the very top of Finland, where winter nights last for months and the snow is so deep it swallows your footprints. It's about a girl, a grandmother, and a fox made of starlight. Now, close your eyes if you like, and let's walk into the frozen wilderness of the far north. Once upon a time, in a tiny wooden cottage at the edge of the world, there lived a girl called Saara and her grandmother. Their cottage smelled like wood smoke and cinnamon. Outside, the snow stretched on forever. White hills rolling into darkness under a sky so huge it could swallow you whole. One evening, when the winter sun had disappeared for the 100th day in a row, Saara sat by the window feeling sad. Everything was dark. Everything was cold. Everything was the same. "Mummu," she said to her grandmother, "will the world ever be bright again?" Her grandmother looked up from her knitting and smiled. "Oh yes, Lapsy, the world has its own magic. You just have to know when to look for it." "Tonight," she whispered, "if you're very brave and very quiet, you might see the Firefox." Saara's eyes went wide. "The Firefox?" "Long, long ago," her grandmother began, "there lived a fox unlike any other. It had fur that sparkled like frost under moonlight, and a tail so long and magnificent it could sweep across the entire sky." "Where does it live?" Saara asked. "Out there," her grandmother pointed to the fells, those bare, frozen hills where nothing grows. "In the deepest, wildest part of Lapland, and on certain winter nights when the air is still and the stars are watching, it runs." "Can I see it?" Saara begged. Her grandmother nodded slowly. "Bundle up warm, stand very still, and whatever you do, don't whistle. The Firefox doesn't like to be called. It only comes for those who wait with quiet hearts." So Saara wrapped herself in her thickest coat and boots and stepped outside. The cold bit at her nose instantly. Her breath made clouds in the freezing air. Everything was silent, the kind of silence that hums in your ears. She stood in the snow, waiting, watching the dark sky, and then she saw it. A flash of movement on the distant fell, something running, fast as lightning, graceful as wind, and as it ran, its tail swept across the snowy mountains, and sparks flew up into the darkness. Green sparks, blue sparks, purple sparks. They danced and shimmered and twisted across the sky like ribbons made of light, swirling, curling, alive. The Firefox's tail was painting the night. Saara stood frozen, not from cold, but from wonder. The lights rippled overhead in waves, greens and purples and blues, all dancing together like something out of a dream. She wanted to call out, she wanted to whistle, but she remembered her grandmother's words. Quiet heart. So she just watched. After what felt like hours, but was probably only minutes, the lights began to fade. The Firefox disappeared over the horizon, back into the wilderness. But the sky still glowed softly, like it was remembering the magic. Saara ran back inside, her cheeks red, her eyes shining. "I saw it, Mummu! I saw the Firefox! Its tail made the lights!" Her grandmother smiled and wrapped a blanket around her. "The Revontulet," she said softly. "The foxfires, a gift from the wild." "Will it come back?" Saara asked. "Oh yes," her grandmother said. The Firefox is always out there, running free across the fells. And on the coldest, darkest nights, when you need magic the most, it reminds us that even winter has beauty hidden inside it. Saara curled up by the fire, warm and happy. Outside, the northern lights still danced, faint now, but there. And somewhere far away, across the frozen wilderness, a fox with a tail like starlight ran on through the snow. You know what I absolutely love about this story? These days, scientists and professors can tell us exactly why the northern lights happen. Something about solar winds and magnetic fields and particles in the atmosphere doing their scientific thing. And that's brilliant. That's amazing knowledge to have. But here's the thing. When I think about a magical firefox running across the frozen fells, painting the sky with its tail, that brings a bit of the magic back, doesn't it? Because the world can be both things at once. It can be science and wonder, facts and fairy tales. And sometimes, on a cold winter night, when you see those lights dancing across the sky, maybe, just maybe, you can imagine a firefox running wild and free up there. That's the kind of magic that never goes away. Come back soon, explorers. The world is full of magic, if you know where to look.